since I was a young girl. My favorite magazine has been MAD magazine, and my favorite cartoonist is this man, Sergio Aragones. For more than 30 years, MAD magazine has been one of the major showcases for satire and humorous illustration. And for the last 20 years, this adorable, charming, gifted, and somewhat overgrown little boy has been part of that family. It was 1962 when Sergio first paraded proudly into the offices of MAD with only $1.68 to his name. Nick Meglin remembers that day.
He came in literally off the streets, across all language barriers, because the humor was inherent in the drawings in such a way that it just totally captivated us. We looked at it. There was a little takeoff on the space program. He left that afternoon with a check.
And in 1953 is Mr. Bill Gaines, who I might add is a bit of a character himself.
Do you have a second?
Leisurely walk along the streets of New York.
What is it that inspires you, Sergio? Where do the ideas come from?
Every place. Everything is ideas. The awnings, the steps, people, the bicycle.
Sergio discovered as a young boy growing up that pictures were a way of thought, even before they became a way of life, and that he was able to comprehend anything that could be visualized. So if the old saying is true that great artists are born and not made, then Sergio is no exception. Sergio was born in the small town of Castellón, Spain in 1937, but because of the Spanish Civil War, his family moved to Mexico City, where Sergio spent most of his youth. His professional career began in the 3rd grade, drawing homework assignments for his schoolmates at 5 centavos apiece. And at 45 years of age, he's still going strong. His work appears regularly in MAD, as well as DC Comics, and recently his very own comic book called Gru the Wanderer. He's published 12 books, all translated into several languages, and has illustrated 20 others. According to the World Encyclopedia of Comics, Sergio Aragones is probably the fastest cartoonist in the world. But the language of Sergio can be understood by everyone, and in spite of his very busy schedule, he's always found time to encourage underprivileged children with his work and his message. And recently, I visited with him at his studio in Los Angeles.
Well, hello there.
Hello. I don't remember. I was about 3 years old, I think. Oh, my...
And no one has a bigger heart than Sergio. Whenever he can, he opens his heart to kids by visiting with them in their classrooms. With humor, he tries to set an example.
It expands their vision of what can happen to what they can become. I mean, he's the essence of confidence, and this is what the kids have to know.
Can be proud of. But his philosophy is an inspiration to his fellow Americans.
Come